Welcome. Let's take a moment to arrive. Feel the breath entering the body. Feel it leaves. Let your shoulders relax, your jaw soften. Let the quiet come to rest with you. Today, we're going to explore a question as old as time, and yet as alive and present as this moment. What is God? It's a question that has stirred minds and hearts for centuries, across cultures, religions, and philosophies. But the answer we explore today doesn't come from doctrine or dogma. It comes from the quiet voice of a Zen master, gentle, clear, and rooted in the present. Thich Nhat Hanh, the beloved teacher from Plum Village, offered a simple yet profound response to this question in one of his Dharma talks. He began, as he so often did, with humility. "This is not an easy question," he said. And yet, without hesitation, he continued, I think that God is everything. God is everything. Not a being watching from above. Not an abstract theory floating in the clouds. But something tangible, alive and all around us. Not just around us, but within us. For Thich Nhat Hanh, God is not a concept we chase or try to believe in. God is something we can experience directly, through mindfulness, through presence, through insight. These are not lofty or complicated tools. They are already available to each of us, right now. He tells us that we can get in touch with God simply by being truly here, awake to the miracle of breathing, walking, and being alive. In places like Plum Village, practitioners train in the energies of mindfulness, concentration, and insight. But he reminds us, these are not exclusive to monasteries or meditation halls. Even when we go home, we can continue the practice. We can continue to touch the divine. And how do we do that? It begins with something incredibly simple. A breath. When you stop thinking, Thich Nhat Hanh says, when you breathe in mindfully and enjoy breathing in, you already get in touch with the God. That's it. That's the doorway. Not some mystical vision, but the ordinary experience of being fully here. As I breathe in, I know that I'm alive. And to be alive is a wonderful thing. We often miss that. The sheer wonder of being here. But in that moment of awareness, when you realize that your lungs are filling with air, that your body is functioning, that the world is holding you in this moment, something sacred is revealed. Not separate from us, not beyond us, but within us. In that awareness, we begin to notice. Really notice. The sunshine on our face, the sound of the wind, the water flowing from the tap, the colors of a tree just beginning to bloom. These, Thich Nhat Hanh says, are God. During walking meditation, he speaks of the path leading uphill through the forest. It's filled with wonders, tiny flowers, insects, the scent of pine, the light filtering through the leaves. Everything is a wonder, he says. A pebble, a leaf, a flower, a butterfly. This is not poetic metaphor, it's the experience of reality when we are truly awake. I can see God in everything, he says. You can see God in a pebble, in a piece of dust, in a butterfly, in a sunflower. You can see God in the other fellow. Pause for a moment and let that settle. God in a pebble, in a stranger, in the person sitting across from you, in the person you struggle with, in yourself. This way of seeing changes everything. When you see the divine in all things, your heart softens. You don't want to cause harm, not to yourself, not to others. You begin to understand that violence, cruelty, and fear often come from forgetting this truth, from being cut off from the reality that everything is sacred. And yet, the beauty of this teaching is that even those who have forgotten, even those who are suffering or causing harm, are not excluded from the divine. They too belong. They too carry within them the seed of awakening. They have a chance, he says, to realize they are in the kingdom of God. That kingdom, he reminds us, is not somewhere else. It's not a place we reach after death. It's here, now. Asterisk, we are really in the kingdom of God. Asterisk, he says. Every step taken in mindfulness is a step in that kingdom. Every breath taken in awareness is a moment in the presence of God. This is a profound shift. It moves us away from fear-based spirituality, where God is distant, judgmental, or conditional, and into a living, breathing relationship with the sacred. One that is available to everyone, regardless of belief, background, or label. Asterisk, to enjoy the kingdom of God, asterisk Thich Nhat Hanh says, asterisk, means to enjoy God. Asterisk God is not a theory to debate, but a presence to be touched, lived, and experienced. Not someday, but today. Not through effort, but through ease. He reminds us that our very bodies, our minds, the flowers, the streams, the trees, all belong to the kingdom of God. And when we are overcome with anger or jealousy or fear, we are not being punished. We are simply unable to touch that kingdom. But it is still there, waiting for us, in every mindful breath, in every step taken with care. At Plum Village, even ordinary acts, eating, showering, brushing teeth, become sacred. Not because they are performed differently, but because they are performed with presence. And in that presence, we return to ourselves. We return to God. As he draws to a close, Thich Nhat Hanh offers this reflection. Asterisk, everything belongs to the kingdom of God, including this lotus flower, including this little boy. Asterisk, and then he adds gently, asterisk, we should continue to learn in order to understand this more deeply. Asterisk, let that be our invitation. To learn, to slow down, to be present enough to see the divine not just in the grand, but in the smallest details. The way sunlight moves across a room, the rhythm of your own heartbeat, the laughter of a child, the quiet breath that holds you steady. We don't have to wait. The sacred is not hiding. It's here. It's now. And with each breath, each step, we can come home to it. Thank you for walking with me today.